So, finally, public good. I've talked about this, but we're involved in trust funds. We're involved in the United Nations. That's all about doing the public good. With the United Nations, we're involved in many countries in enhancing capability so that they can manage their own procurement and economy. And in summary, I think what I've tried to show you is there's a huge spotlight on this profession. If you don't see that, then just look around you, what's going on, and believe me, I see it every day. It's from other people, other functions, other businesses. The fact that Francis Moore is involved in this directly, the fact that I can have no problem getting to see CEOs to talk about procurement and supply, that would never have happened 5 or 10 years ago. They'd have sent you to see the op manager or someone. So that is significant. But the issue with it is, and what I call the whole presentation, seizing and sustaining opportunity, this opportunity will go away if we don't step up to that level. You don't sit on boards and you don't sit on senior cabinet office activities and talk about cost savings. You talk about how this profession can meet the business goals or meet the public sector goals that are set. It's got to resonate with the team that's there. So the performance bar is raising, and that's why the Institute's got a huge role to play, a huge challenge for us to make sure that we can arm you with the knowledge and the capability to step up to that. I hope you're seeing some of the things that you've seen today that we are stepping up. We've got a long way to go. Never be complacent about it. It's a huge challenge. But from what we feel we're doing, we're getting ourselves far more ingrained with what the real challenges are for you as professionals. Just finally on the public sector, which is part of the presentation. I spent most of my career in the private sector, but having now been involved with the public sector for at least a year, I think there's many strengths in what's going on in our public sector procurement. There's also a very difficult time, and there's no way glossing over that. It's a very difficult time. Headcount cuts coming across the board, and justification of your role is being made. What I hope you've seen today, and will see from coming out of the central government procurement initiative, is that there's things starting to happen that will ensure that this profession starts to deliver a benefit. And you can point to that and say that's what central government's starting to do. Now, they're not there yet, they're a long way off it, but there's things starting to happen in a coordinated function, in a coordinated way, that is starting to raise the eyebrows. I will guarantee Francis Moore will be in the House of Commons soon to pass on some great stories about savings in procurement. We have to ensure that that's done in the right way, and the messaging is managed in the correct way, so that it's about, we're very much about sustaining that opportunity. My role on the committee is to ensure that it's not a one-off big savings and then it's all done, because that's how politicians can work. So my role there is to sustain it, and that's why I was asked to join the group, to ensure that we build a sustainable platform through capability of staff, which is very much our area, through ensuring that processes are strong, through ensuring that our people who get into that level can manage change, because that's what it's about. It's managing change. It's the soft skills as well as the hard skills. So tremendous challenge for all that. I don't pretend in any way, shape or form that anything is solved, but the very simple fact that a procurement group is sat in the Cabinet Office now, which is effectively the CEO's office in the UK government for the first time. Peter Gershon, who some of you may know, is back involved as an advisor as well, so I talk to him regularly. The very simple fact those things are happening, we would never have dreamed of that 6-7 years ago. What does that mean to the lower areas, the local side of public sector? Well, I think we have to spread the professional message, and I think again SIPS has a role to play. And I want you to feel that you can come to the Institute to get the support you need for the challenges that you have through the many products that we have. Am I out of time? I'm just going to show. Well, am I done? Right. I'm told I'm out of time. Thank you for listening. I'm going to show you a video. I'm going to show a quick video now, and then I'll wrap up.
Procurement and supply lies at the heart of commerce. A successful business needs qualified professionals in charge of those supply chains. That's just one of the roles of the Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supply.
As the importance of good procurement and supply chain management has grown, so has CIPS. Both the services we provide and the markets we serve have now become the central reference point for industry best practice. Our code of conduct has become the industry standard around the world.
Dave, good morning to you. Is it possible to strip out the effect of the snow and find out what's going on in the underlying construction market?
I think there's a number of factors at play here, and construction is clearly very much driven by the UK economy, as opposed to, as you would have seen yesterday, with the manufacturing indices, where there's very good results.
CIPS is an international organisation with offices in South Africa, Australia and Dubai.
So it's about using procurement in areas like economic reform, governance reform, procurement reform, public financial management reform, and making sure that all the money that they receive, either in grants or in donor funding, actually goes to improve the lives of citizens. And we've signed a number of agreements with the United Nations agencies to help support them in their work to deliver that.
It provides a benchmark for some of the world's most exciting organisations and companies. Amongst them, Aston Martin Lagonda.
The importance of CIPS to Aston Martin, and to me in particular, is that it gives us processes and policies that we'd never had before really we were working with CIPS. We were able to improve our process and procedures, our efficiencies, and be a lot more effective.
Is there a corporate vision and mission statement for your organisation?
Yes. It's invited CIPS to assess and accredit its purchasing and supply methods.
Aston Martin are an extremely good purchasing function, so there were very few gaps, but there were some. And so what we did is we identified those gaps, we worked with them, they closed out those gaps, which allowed us to take their certification to our board and get it approved.
We can demonstrate added value through negotiation.
CIP's range of professional qualifications programmes provide a benchmark for the profession as a whole.
If they get the qualification, they get MSIPS qualified, it increases their employment opportunities, and quite often they also have improved opportunities in terms of salary, in terms of promotion.
The MSIPS designatory letters are recognised around the world.
I can actually deliver greater savings to the business. This will then hopefully be recognised, and I can then use the same skills in a wider function. This will then hopefully improve my career prospects and ultimately lead to greater financial reward for me.
CIPS also offers a range of other learning resources, including seminars, conferences and publications. It's shaping responses to tomorrow's challenges with bespoke educational services tailored to leading-edge practice. And the membership benefits don't end there. CIPS has over 60,000 global members who are together growing and developing the art and science of purchasing and supply.
Fostering excellence in purchasing and supply chain management through specialist skills and training is imperative for any organisation. Helping develop and realise this best practice underpins everything we do at CIPS.
Delivering value, measurable impact and a tangible return on investment. The Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supply, promoting excellence and dedicated to professional procurement.
So, just to conclude off that, I'm conscious I've talked a lot about CIPS, so I'm going to just finish on a different note and talk about the importance of the profession and how it links to the public sector. And I think I've touched on most of that in terms of the higher level. But aside from the recognition in Cabinet Office, etc., what's going on around the world we can't hide from. It's a global economy out there. I made a point at the start. Therefore, things that go on in other countries affect us directly in the public sector as well as in the private sector. And therefore, we must not take our eyes off that, and as a profession, build our credibility above all else, whether it's public or private sector. So I hope you've enjoyed the presentation. Thank you for listening. Thank you.